definitely on summer schedule here today. That means I was up early, about 6:30, and fed all the cats. Then I went back to sleep. Then we both got up, you know, later, 9-ish, and had breakfast and watched videos. Today's most interesting video was from the Now You Know guys, Zach and Jesse, reviewing the Century Reviewer app. Unfortunately, it's only available on Android, but it looked really sweet at how it could help you look at the Tesla dash cam Century mode video. So if we had a car that could record it, we'd use Don or Johnny's phone. Obviously, I've got an iPhone X, but I usually have one of their phones with me, so that wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, it looked like a great app. It's free on Android. You should check out Zach and Jesse demoing how to use it, and maybe download it if you've got 2.5 or higher autopilot Century mode and an Android device. That was pretty cool. I heard from Johnny last night. It sounded like he was having a great time. I haven't heard from him yet today, but I was checking out Google location services, and I think he's on his way back in this direction. It's about 180 miles east. You know, they're basically in the NC Mountains over near Asheville. So he's in Conover, NC, 140 miles away right now. So I'm thinking that they are on their way back at this point. I am going to take a short trek down to Lillington. There's a thrift shop over there that I wanted to check out. That all the times we've been through town, it's been the wrong time, and it'll give me a little something to do. Play a little Pokemon Go, listen to my audiobook, enjoy the cool air conditioning in the car. Don is busy doing some education so he can keep one of his certifications. Not the most exciting thing for his day, but nevertheless something important to get done. So I'm going to give him some quiet and let him go work his way through that. Yeah, I was thinking about going to Smithfield today and checking out the Croc Store outlet in Carolina Pottery, but I think I need a 4-hour window for that, and I've really only got 3.5 hours before Johnny will be home. So I'm going to take this shorter trek just south down to Lillington. 14 miles, 21 minutes. Should be easy peasy. With the air conditioning in the car set to 72 and the outside temperature in the mid-90s, I thought I'd just track our efficiency and how close we are to the line down to Lillington. It's 370 watt hours per mile for the last 30 miles. So we'll see what it is down to Lillington. We had really good efficiency, I noted yesterday. It was in the 90s on our trip over to Mapleview Farms and back. There's quite a bit of work here on 401 South today. Back half a mile, it was some sort of utility work. And here I'd say they're putting a pipe in the ground. You can tell where they've sort of slit the ground near the ditch and then put straw and such back over top of it. Well, I'm not in a rush today, so having a little bit of road construction isn't mattering too much to me. Well, I'm really close to where Ruby thinks Lillington City Center is, and I'm right on target with the range. It's 98 out there, and like I said, it's really cool in here. I pulled over here to take a look at the Cape Fear River where it passes through Lillington. There is a tubing, canoe, kayak rental place at this location. Don and I actually did a canoe here one time. They drop you off here and then they pick you up several miles down the river and bring you back. It was a lot of fun. There's not a lot of shade out there on the Cape Fear River though, so I don't think I'd be doing that on a day like today and in the middle of the day. Yeah, this place is called Cape Fear River Adventures, and I do recommend them if you're local to Raleigh, Cary, Durham, that kind of place. This is pretty close, and they had good service when Don and I went out on the canoe. Ruby's parked over here, and this is the thrift store I wanted to check out. There can be no store as good as Guardian Angel, but you never know. Lots of clothes to choose from. I didn't see any geeky shirts though. Lots of glassware and knickknacks. I love to look at this stuff even if I don't see anything. There's another thrift store right across the street called Fantastic Finds, so while I'm here, you know I'd be in trouble with Michelle if I didn't check out all the jewelry. This consignment store is in the old theater building. It's just down the way from the other two places, and of course these are all different people that have their spots set up in here. It's tempting. If I use these big bowls, I would have to get it. I don't see a price on the little one, so I'm not sure if that's for both or not. This is set up really pretty. This really is the old theater building, and these are some of the reels that were used in the theater. She says the projector is still upstairs. That's pretty cool. Really nice lady in there that runs that consignment shop. And here's the original thrift store I went in, and there's the one across the street. And yes, I did have to cross this highway, and no, there's not a pedestrian crosswalk. So I think Lillington could stand to do a little something about that. But this is 401, the main street, not the little downtown road, so I don't know. Well, the prices at the two thrift stores were really inexpensive, if they had what you were looking for. But I'd say the quality of the items in the first store, which was the biggest one, was not as good as Guardian Angel. And the items at the second store, though, the one that's all bright and cheery and for domestic violence, is what they raised money for. That one was really nice in there. And I enjoyed going in the old theater, but she's in the middle of like redoing the whole consignment shop. So it was a bit of a mess in there, but I'm sure in a few weeks when she has it sorted out, it'll be quite nice to walk around in. I had no idea what I wanted, but I've decided on a dirty milkshake with cappuccino crunch ice cream and a shot of espresso in it. That should be awesome. Really good help in there today. The girl knew her coffee and her ice cream, and I'm really enjoying my dirty milkshake. Just a quick note that if you come, this parking lot is one way, and you should go just past it, turn right, and turn in between the buildings to get to the parking area here. If I haven't said it lately, I just love having navigation up on this big screen. And, you know, when you're trying to learn the layout of a town, you can really, you know, get a good picture and just kind of navigate yourself around and check things out, which I like to do. The ice cream shop is called Beans and Cream. I'm headed out of Lillington now. I see a couple more thrift stores I could check out another time. But if I leave now, I should get home about a half an hour before Johnny gets there. And that sounds about just right. Wow, there was a pretty serious accident back there. And there was one emergency response vehicle, but that was it. And I slowed, but really not enough for the debris that was down in the road. I just didn't know. I mean, I was slowing, but I could have slowed more. Still would have had to go over the debris, I guess. So fast, slow probably didn't matter. Hopefully the tires didn't pick up anything. Well, that trip down to Lillington was just a little over 30 miles. Not too far. Hey buddy, how are you? Good, you? I'm good. I bought the butterfly ring with the abalone shell and the clogged handshake ring at the second of the 2 thrift stores I went into today, and I paid $1 for each of them. So that was really good find. I had help over here from nighttime. Didn't I, sweetie? You're always so helpful. See how this ring comes apart where the 2 hands hold together around the heart. When you slide it on, they all come back together. It's very cool. Well, it's good to see you, buddy.
It's good to see you too.
Sounds like you had a good trip. How was fishing? Tell me about the fish farm.
Well, it was easy to fish there. No joke, 5 seconds with the hook and bait in the water, and you had a trout.
Wow, that is really fast. Mm-hmm. That is. So you were telling me that you thought they loaded up the pond area that morning before you got there?
I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think that had anything to do with us coming.
So how many fish did you catch?
3.
3. And what else went on at the farm?
We just got them, and then 2 of my friends, I did not want to see it, got to take a cleaning class.
Well, it's a good post-apocalyptic skill, knowing how to clean a fish.
I'm not ready yet.
But I understand. I don't know that I would have been ready either, buddy. I would have wanted to have done it and then probably not have done it either. So Johnny says he wants to go again, but he's hoping for catch and release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I was super impressed with that waterfall. Envious. I would have hiked 2.5 miles in the heat to see that. Yeah, were y'all wishing you had on a swimsuit so you could get wet in the water?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it was.
I would not have wanted to walk back.
Yeah, I bet it was cool. The water was nice and cool up there in the mountains.
It was.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm really excited for you that you had that opportunity and appreciative of your friend's family taking you on that trip. It's good to have you home. Johnny says no to Taekwondo tonight. He says, please, no, Mom. Swears he walked 2.5 miles yesterday on that hike. I said, okay. Don's on his run, and I've been out here watering. I'm happy for the people in Lillington and Fayetteville and Points East that got a really nice rain shower tonight, but it popped up about 30 miles south and moved to the east. And so I had to water. I took a turn this time. I've got most of it done. Just 1 or 2 things for Don to water while he cools off from his run. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hello. Tonight, Don's getting a chuck-eye steak with sauteed onions and a corn and zucchini squash casserole with cheese and bacon. Not bad.